welcome to God Squad Radio and YouTube. What's up? What's up? This is Jeremiah. Today we're going to be talking about the coronavirus, speculations around the coronavirus, questions, answers, randomness. Let's see how it goes, shall we? So, the coronavirus. Let's go with the question of where did it come from, country wise, nation wise. Well, there's quite a few different answers depending on who you're hearing it from, what sources you're listening to. Well, according to America, it came from China. According to China, it came from America. All the other nations, I don't know what they're saying about it. Most of us, I'm guessing most of us, until this year, never heard of the coronavirus. Wasn't really big until this year. I didn't hear about it until mid-January ish, and within 2 months, by March, is when we had lockdown restrictions. That's when everything kind of turned upside down, topsy turvy. So within 2 months, this is flipped the whole world upside down. A lot of people feel a lot of different mixed emotions because of this. Um, to the point to where they're mixed. These emotions from this have drastically changed the way the decisions some people have made and the way they've lived their lives. I mean, from people not believing it, not wearing a mask, thinking the whole thing's fake, to people like the video I was seeing of a woman who found out she had COVID and jumped from a 3-story window, hit a trash can, and died to her death. So, and it's a pretty brutal video, but that's how serious this thing is. Where else the rest of the world thinks it comes from, I don't know. I do know this much, that I watched it within 2 months, changed dramatically, and since then it's been 10 months since I've heard of it, since probably most of us have heard of it here in America, anyways. Um, how long has it been around? Well, depending on the strains, I knew of coronavirus pretty much number one, you can call it. This is more the second. The one we've been dealing with is more of the bigger problem one. COVID 2, I guess I'd call it, strain 2. But there's a lot of different other small little detailed strains with it. I don't know the details to it, but however, here's where we're at. Well, it's been around since I know, from the 90s. Um, I don't think most of us ever even really heard of it. Here we are in 2020, about 20 plus, 20 to 30, give or take in between, 20, 30 years. And like I said, since even the first strain, that I know of it being around since the 90s, that's 20 to 30 years, and within 10 months, this new strain has flipped this place upside down. So we got different news medias telling us it came from different places. We got different thoughts and opinions about vaccinations. Are they safe? Are they not? Will they be available in time before this starts getting worse and worse? Because it is progressing daily. Daily, I keep seeing from some of the sources that uh that I have, each day, every day, it's jumping. I mean, I'm not saying it's increasing from the day before, but it is jumping by massive numbers. Numbers that can't be ignored, really. Um, I watched a video not long back, and this was a video that was put out and published pretty much on YouTube in, was it October? I want to say October from last year. And it's a video somewhere in, I believe it was Iraq, and they were having numbers in the hundreds of thousands at that point. And we weren't hearing about it really for the most part here in America. But in this video, it was showing from an aerial view from a drone. It was showing all these large grave sites that they'd been setting up. So call it October, man. That's 3 months that was going on overseas before I even heard of it here. And if anybody else would like to give some input on when they've heard of it or what they've heard about it, feel free. The uh, the line's open. Um, do masks and hand sanitizer? Do these things really truly protect us from it? No, I don't believe so. I believe that it does help. I believe that it does have an effectiveness, but I don't think it's effective enough to where, I mean, obviously, that we've been pushing the masks and the hand sanitizer, and I'm not saying don't use the stuff. Well, yeah, we should protect ourselves and take precautions as necessary for these things. But overall, how much are these things going to help? With the numbers climbing every day, it's, it's getting scarier and scarier. When they mention things of being safe and protecting our species and our people that we're around and surround ourselves with every day, it starts it starts getting scary because if these numbers keep climbing, what can we do next to further protect ourselves? Lock down the country, people stay at home, and we have good answers and good solutions to some of these things, options anyways, but they're still options, and how effective are they? Because where we're at this point, for a whole country to go into lockdown, even for one day, if everybody didn't go to work for one day in this country, that would hurt our economy pretty bad. And that's something to think about too, because we're not just going up against fighting off diseases that are to the level that we can call them more than disease. I prefer the word plague because when they're that high in numbers, then that's kind of what it is. So how effective are these things? I mean, what's next? Lots of questions to go through. Do the masks and the hand sanitizer, are they 100% effective? No, they are not. We know that. Um, People in the Middle East have been wearing masks over their face for thousands of years, and their numbers are climbing as well. Where do we go next if it keeps going? That's a hard one because it really puts us in a predicament to where it comes down to, well, is it our safety as mankind to run from this disease and hide out and kind of sit and wait? Do we wait it out and risk hurting ourselves in other areas like the economy, like things like that, or do we protect things like our economy and our try to keep a stable, try to keep some stability in our lives to maintain and keep doing what we got to do, and then risk our health, risk the health of others.
That's good. Good
Would
insight.
definitely like to hear what everybody else has to think on these things. And unfortunately, we're coming to commercial time. Another word from our sponsors.